Hello everyone. Welcome to Next Gen Data Aspirants Community YouTube channel. Myself Suparna Babu. Today I am going to explore about real-time intelligence dashboard by using the Microsoft Fabric. So now here if you see the architecture diagram, today I am going to explore about how we can build the real-time weather data by using the event stream and by using the real-time intelligence hub. So later how we can build the dashboard by using this real-time weather data. So in for this real-time weather data, I'll take example, let's say Bengaluru from India. So I'll take Bangalore from India as a my location. So from Bengaluru, I can pull the some main areas of the like suburban locations from the Bengaluru. So I'll take, so later I can process that into the by using the event stream, and I can store that into the event house, and I can query by using the Custo query language, and later I can build the insights in the inside the real-time dashboard. So let's begin the show. Now the first thing is, if you want to build any real-time analytics dashboard, so you should have at least fabric trial capacity. Here if you see, I have my trial is activated. So the first thing is, if we want to create anything, we need to create a workspace. How I can create the workspace? So here there is a option. So or else from here also you can take new workspace. So let's click on new workspace. So let me give real time weather workspace. Let's click on advanced settings. So from this, don't go for pro or premium, just select this trial license. So select trial license to assign the workspace to the fabric trial capacity. Okay, everything was good. Now let's click apply. Once if I apply, now it is creating a new workspace called real time weather workspace. Fine. Now here what I'm going to do. So here I'm going to create first one item. So as per the architecture diagram, first let me create a event house. So even though we have event stream is here, but let me create a this one event house. Let's click on new item. Let's click on new item. So from here you can type event. Let's take event house. Let's take this event house is a weather data event house. Weather data event house. Let's create. The moment I click on the create, now what Fabric is doing, Fabric is creating a work component called event house. Along with it will create a subsequent, attached KQL database. It will create a attached KQL database. So now it is creating, it is loading. Meantime, let me go here. Let me refresh this tab. Again, I open the few of the tabs with the same workspace. So it is refreshing now. Uh, Let me go to that real-time workspace, real-time weather workspace. So now here if you see, just now we created this. So now let's close this. Now here if you see, this is the event house. Here if you see, in the event house, along with it will create a KQL database. Here if you see, the KQL database automatically created. Fine. Now after that, let me create event stream. Let's click on new item. Now from here, let me take event stream. Let me take event stream. So now let's give this as a weather weather event stream. ES stands for event stream. Let's click on create. Now it's creating event stream. Fine. So now it's created event stream. Okay, fine. Now this is the user interface of the event stream. So now here if you see, we have three options: connect data sources, use sample data, use custom endpoint. So first I'll explain you use sample data. If you are a beginner, you can click on this. You can get some sample data and explore by yourself. And if you want to use a custom endpoint, you can use the custom endpoint. And if you want to connect a data source, you can connect the data source. So How I can find this documentation? Just click on this. If you click on this, now here you can see the event stream documentation. This is the Microsoft official event stream documentation. Fine. Now the next thing is we need to connect this event stream to real-time weather data. Okay, fine. Now let's me go here. Let's so from here or else from here also you can connect. If I click on this drop down, the same options: connect data sources, sample data, custom endpoint. Let's click on connect data sources. Now if I click on connect data sources, now here if you see the recommended sources are Azure Events Hub and Azure IoT Hub. But my requirement is I want to connect with real-time weather data. So how I can do that? Just simply click on this new. Now, so from here, it is categorized into 5 types: Microsoft sources, databases, Azure events, Fabric events, and public needs. So I'm thinking that because we are pulling the real-time weather data, so it means that it is fall under public data because it is a publicly accessible data. So that let's go and check whether that connector is available under this tab or not. Let's click on this. Well, very good. Now our guessing is correct. Under this public fields we have two connectors, HTTP and real-time weather data. Both are in the preview stage. So now let me click on connect. Once if I click on connect, now it is showing the map. Now it is showing the map. So as I mentioned earlier, for this demo I am taking the example of Bengaluru. So from that, let me take first one location called Banashankari. It's already there. So let me take Banashankari. Clear. Let me take mm, let me take Banashankari. Let me rename it properly. So once it is selected, if you want, you can zoom. You can zoom this chart. You can see it's taking some time. See, from the Bengaluru area, it is selected this one. This is the maximum zoom size. Now let's click on next. Now based on the latitude and longitude, it is capturing this name. Okay. Now based on the latitude and longitude, now the real-time weather connected data is going to connect with weather event stream. Let's click add. The moment I click add, now for the first time you are seeing the event stream canvas. For the first time you are seeing the source, event stream, and this is the destination. This is destination. Now here if you see date time, okay, this is actually it is taking uh, UTC time. Actually I am from the India time zone. It is IST time zone. Weather is clear. Icon code. What is this icon? Let me explain you. So if you come here, so here so just a minute. So here in the real time, so this is the real time weather connector. So from this, if you scroll down, so here go to weather service concepts. So in this, see this is the icons. So 1, 2, 3. Let's go and see what is the icon number 33. So icon number 33 means clear. So now because now I am doing the time is 9:45 p.m. IST. So now night. So it is day or night. Okay. Now 33. Let's see. No, day is no, night is yes. See, this is the icon. Okay. Now, so in the same way, icon code has precipitation temperature. Temperature is 18 degrees. Now real field temperature is 16.6. So relative humidity 65. And dew point 11.3, wind direction degrees 90 degrees east side and speed 14.7 kilometer per hour, wind gust, uv index description, followed by there are a lot of weather data it captured. So now here if you see is the daytime false, so now it is captured latitude and longitude also, but the location name is empty. So this is one of the drawback as of now from this connector. Still it is in the preview stage, so it is not capturing the location name. Fine, that later by using the KQL query we can create a new location column by using this latitude and longitude locations. Okay, fine. Now let me add one more source. How I can add? Just click on this drop down, connect to data sources. So now this time what I'll do, I'll take electronic city. click on here. Let's go here. Let's click on connect. Now, electronics, uh, Electronic City, Bengaluru. So now let me rename it in the same way. Electronic City. Now click next. So latitude and longitude is capturing, click add. Now the moment if I added, now one more new connector added to the same event stream. So here if you see initially it was Banashankari, now it is Electronic City. Now let's click this, let's refresh this here. Once if I refresh, now you can see the preview of the Electronic City data. So now it's loading. Let's wait 1 minute. So now the same icon code, but this time the latitude and longitude will be changed. 12.85 and 77.86. This is exactly changing. Okay, in the same way, I'm going to add a few more real-time weather connectors, suburban locations from the Bengaluru town. So it will take some time. So what I'm doing, so now I'm pausing my video, and once I added all the major suburban locations from the Bengaluru town, then I'll resume my video. Now, if you see, I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 locations. Let me zoom it. So uh, I added Banashankari, Electronic City, Kangeri, Vijayanagar, Majestic, Marathalli, Yelahanka, and RR Nagar. These are the famous suburban localities from the Bangalore, and that is connected with my weather event stream. So that is connected with my weather event stream. So now let me click on this. Now here if I click on this, so now here if you see, just a minute. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 locations. Now here if you see, we got all the 8 locations weather details. Here if you see all the 8 locations weather details. Fine. Okay. Now we need to store this data into somewhere. Where we can store this data? If you see our this architecture diagram, we need to store this data into a event house. So we have a one database called KQL database, and we can store that in the event house. Now let me go here. So let's, if you want from here, you can select some options, or else first let me add uh, event house. Let me click on this add destination, click on event house. So now zoom it first, make a connection between these two. Okay, once the connection is between, so for now destination name is a event house. Okay, fine. Now this is the workspace. What is the event house? This is the event house. Mm, So my workspace is this one. Let me select event weather data event house. Let me select the corresponding KQL database. Now what it is doing, it is searching for the table, whether if there is any existing table or exists or not. So it is searching for a table. So let's see. It won't take more time. So let's wait. So now it is search was completed. Let me create a new table. Weather data. So now let me rename it as this one, Bengaluru weather data. Let me click on done. Now which format I am going to store? JSON format. So by default we have only one format, JSON format. Okay. So now everything was completed. Our workspace, event house, KQL database, destination table, everything. Now let's click on save. Okay, fine. So let's click on refresh. Once if you click on refresh, now it will populate a data which are going to ingest in event house. So let's see what is the data. Let's see what is the data. So now here if you see, this is the data. Now here if you see clearly, if you observe, this is in the JSON format. This is in the JSON format, except few columns. This is in the array format, JSON format. So I can't do anything with this JSON format data. So I want to extract this latitude and longitude, and I want to extract some temperature from this, some wind speed from this one. So how I can do that? So for that, just a minute. So let me expand this. Let me expand this. So here, if you on hover, there is a option insert a node. Just click on this insert node. From this, if you want, you can aggregate. If you want, you can expand. If you want, you can filter, group by, join, and lot of options are there. From this, let me select manage fields. Once if I select manage fields, let's see what is this manage fields. Just click on this pencil icon. Once if you click on this, manage the event fields by adding fields, removing fields, or updating the field names. Okay, fine. So just click on add field. Once if you click on the add field, so what manage fields will do, whatever the data which is presented before this, it will show here. If I click this, so this is the data imported schema from this weather event stream. And these three are the built-in functions. See, they are already clearly mentioned: built-in datetime function, built-in string function, built-in mathematical functions. See, built-in datetime functions, built-in string functions, built in mathematical functions. So okay, fine. Now from this first art I'll do, I'll extract date time. So let me select that. Here if you see, it is in the text categorical format. It is in the categorical data format. But in which format it should be? Ideally it should be, uh, we can see the date time. So it should be in the date time format. So if you want change, let's turn on this radio button. Now let's convert that to the date time. So let's keep the as it is the same column name. Let's click add. Fine. Now in the same way, let's select add field. So now let's take the description. Let's take the has perception. Let's take the relative humidity. Let's take the UV index. UV index. Let's take the cloud cover. So whatever the straight columns, let me take that. So okay, fine. Now let's add this. Okay, now let's click on add field one more time. Let's go to the temperature. So let from that I'll extract temperature value. Let me rename it to temperature. Let me add. Now this is temperature. Fine. Now let me go here. Mm, Real field temperature, dew point. Let me add dew point temperature. So now let me select this dew point. Let me add. Fine. Now let me select this add field. Let me take the wind speed. Let me take the wind speed. So wind speed. Now in the same way, let me go to the wind, then wind direction. Let me take the wind direction. Description, is it a south, west, north? So wind, oh sorry, direction, wind direction. Okay. Now let's click. So let me take another fields: wind, UV index, complete visibility, cloud cover, pressure, past on apparent temperature. Okay. So now let me take the click on location. Let me take latitude. Let me take longitude. Fine. Now let me add that. Now we extracted the latitude and longitude. So however, we have the location name is empty. Later we can add a new column by using the KQL query. So in the interest of time, I'll go with these columns. So now let's click on save. Once if I click on save, now let me click on refresh. So now here if you see all the columns, what transformations we did, everything was done. See, it is a categorical datetime. Now it is a datetime format datetime. So description. So it will take 1 minute. Yeah, it's already loaded. So now here if you see, initially if you see, it's in the JSON format. Now if you see, it's a proper table structured format. So now here we have see wind direction is east, wind speed, dew point, temperature, latitude, longitude. Okay, fine. So now let's click here. The same data will be loaded here. Now everything was fine. Now here if you see, mm, just a minute, my mouse is doing some problem. So let me zoom in. Now this is the flow. This is the flow. Okay. Now once if everything was done, just click on publish. Once if you click on publish, now it is telling that committing topology. So now it is publishing all the changes, successfully published. So now here you can see this is a live mode. still, but it is loading. See here, if you see, it is loading. It will take 1 or 2 minutes. So let's wait. So meantime, let me go to the another tabs. Let me refresh. Again here also let me refresh. So now let me come here. So let me open the same workspace here. Let me open the same workspace here. So now let me come here. So now still it's running. Let me refresh. Almost it's completed. Okay. So almost now here we are able to see the data preview. Here, okay. So now see, we created a event house, KQL database and event stream. So now it's completed. Okay, fine. Now let me go here. So here, if you see, let me refresh this. Let me refresh my event house. Once if I refresh my event house, now let's see, is there any change? Now let me change this activity days to the 1 hour. Mm. Now here, if you see, these are the events. See, 9 minutes. These are the, see, these are some changes are there. Now, where can I see the data? The data is loading to this event house KQL database. Let's click on this database. Now, if I click on this, now here, if you are able to see this one. So from this KQL database, this query set. So from this, we have this data. If you remember, we renamed as a Bangalore weather data. Let me click on this. Now, once if I click on this, now the data size is this much. These are the data columns which is available, and there are few default columns: ingestion time and update policy. See, these are the columns we have. Fine. Okay, so far so good. Now here, if you see, till this point we completed. Till this point we completed. Now we need to build some queries and dashboard. First, let's go with the dashboard. So if you want to build a dashboard, here under the table option, you have a lot of options. From this, if I am slowly seeing notebooks, Power BI report, KQL query set, real-time dashboard. This is the one we need. So let's click on this. Now, once if I click on this, it is asking, so weather dashboard. So this is a weather dashboard. Let's click on create. Once if I click on create, now it is creating a dashboard with empty canvas. I guess with one default slide. I guess with one default slide. Okay, fine. Now let me refresh this. Still it is loading. Okay, now it is active. See, now it is active. See, everything is active. See, active stage. Active, active, active. So now here, let me refresh. Okay, fine. Now let me refresh. Now here, if you see, now currently we are in the editing mode. Fine. Currently we are in the editing mode. So if you click on this edit now, so this is a KQL query. So now it is taking 10. Now let me select run 100. Now let me go to the result. Now here, if you see, this is the result. Okay, fine. If you want to build any visual, click on this visual. Now, what I'll do, let me go to the, so from this you will get the visual formatting options. From this, first let me go with map. Okay. So okay, in the map, location, define location by latitude and longitude. Okay, fine. So what is the latitude column? Already we have. Let's select. What is the longitude column? We have already longitude. Okay, both are selected. Okay, both are selected. So latitude, oh, in the longitude, I think selected, this is longitude. Now see, the moment I selected latitude, longitude, now here you can able to see all the location data without name, because it is taking by using latitude, longitude. Okay, fine. Now I want to size. So let's turn on this size. Those who are familiar with the scatter chart, the same way we can put some size. So in this, instead of humidity, let me go with temperature. Let me go with temperature. So if I go with temperature, so the temperature is showing that normal light blue color. Let's go and check what is this color defines. Here if you see something light blue color, so snow moderate. So this is the color code it is telling. Snow moderate. Here if you see, this is the snow moderate, this is not required. Okay, snow moderate. Okay, fine. So everything was fine. Now if we want to save this visual, just go here, click on apply changes. Once if you apply changes, see, now here you can able to see this one. So clearly it is telling, because currently I am recording this video at the night time 10 p.m. IST, that's why it is showing snow kind of color. Okay, fine. Now if you want to add one more chart, how you can add? So let's click on new tail. Now if you want to take this query, Bengaluru weather data, take 100. So let me run this query. Now you can able to see this data. Now here you can able to see the data. Okay, fine. Now, so what I will do, I want to actually, here if you see, we have latitude, longitude, but I would like to add uh, location name. So I would like to add location name. How I can add? So for that, I already created a query by using the latitude longitude. Here if you see, so I'm taking the date table, so on that location name I'm defining these three columns. From this I'm assigning these three values to these three columns, and I am joining the with our Bangalore table, and again I'm using this left outer chain. Go here and let's copy, let's come here, let's paste this. So instead of this we need to give the real table name, this one. Okay, fine. Now just let's run this. Once if you run this, now see, here if you see, we have location names: Majestic, Banashankari, Yelahanka, all the location names appeared. Okay, okay, fine. So let me take a copy. Now click on this add visual. Now here, mm, so I'll do one thing. I'll take statistics, means it's if you are familiar with Power BI, it's a card. Multi-statistics, multi-row card. Let me take card. Okay, clear. Here what it is telling, it is mostly clear, mostly clear. Instead of that, let me take multi-card. Let me take location name. Okay, fine. And let me take temperature. Let me take temperature. Fine. Okay, clear. So far, so good. Now, let me add a rule. How I can add a rule? Click here, click on this pencil. So if the temperature is greater than 20, let's put blue color, and icon is so sad. Okay, fine, save. Okay, if the temperature is, so let me add one more rule. So if the temperature is less than 20, let me add green, and let me add a smiley icon. Let me save. Because everything is temperature is less than 20. So let me change this to 18. Okay, let me change this to 18. Let me save. Okay, and let me change this to 18. So okay, like less than or equal to. Okay, I can mention less than or equal to. Now here if you see, whatever the greater than 18.5, it is showing like this. Whatever the, so it is showing the location wise temperature. Okay, let me save this. Let me expand this. Fine. Okay, clear. Now, so let me take a new tile. Let me paste the same query here. Let me run. So click on add visual. Now this time what I'll do, let me take a column chart. So in the column chart, so in the x-axis, let me take location name. Location name wise. So I want to take instead of this, let me take, so in this, let me take relative humidity. So cloud cover, temperature, and just a minute. Let me change this to relative humidity and temperature. No, I think from here, relative humidity and temperature. Okay, now here I can change this to date time. I can change this to data or else I can keep as it is. Now here what I'm doing from the location wise, I want to see um, relative humidity and temperature. Okay, fine. So let me again copy this. Let me save this. Okay, now here if you see, here I am able to see location wise temperature and humidity. Fine. Now I'll add one more tile. Oh, sorry, this got changes. I'll add new tile. Let me run this. Now this time what I'll do, I think this time we don't need location. Okay, for now, okay, for now keep it. Let me take, for example, area chart. In the area chart, okay, this is fine. Description, okay, clear. I'll go with the default settings. Let me click on apply things. Now let me change this here. Now let me, if I change this here. So now here, if you see, this is time wise. Is it a cloudy? Is it a has perception? Some legends are there. Okay. So this is how we need to build the dashboard. Here if you see location wise everything, temperature, here we have the temperature, we applied conditional formatting also. Here if you see we applied, so everything was ready. Everything was ready. So and one more thing, let me add one more new tile. So take 100, let me run, let me add a visual. Let me take statistics. So in this, let me add description, mostly clear. So let me apply it. Okay, let me apply it. So here actually I didn't do any renaming of this visuals. Let me rename it weather by location. Let me apply save changes. So here also the same thing. Oh, not explore data. Okay, go. Let me go back. Let me click on this temperature. Temperature by location. Let me apply changes. So let me take this as a location by humidity and temperature. Let me apply save. So for now I'll keep this as, so here if you see mostly cloudy. So here if you see this is mostly clear. So mostly, sorry, not cloudy, clear. So everything was done. So now if you want to save this, let me click on the save. Once if I click on save, now it is saving the dashboard. Now it is saving the, see, dashboard saving was successful. Now let's go and see here. Let me refresh the workspace. Now here we have three workloads: Eventhouse, dashboard, and Eventstream. So now so now it is in the editing mode. Let me put on the viewing mode. Okay, now there is not changes will not be allowed. So if I want to change this, edit. If you want, you can set a alert. Click on this. So you can set for every 5 minutes if there is any change. So you can send me an email, or else you can message me on Teams, or else you can run a fabric item. Okay. So this is how you can set the alerts. Let me put it to viewing mode. Viewing mode. So this is all about how we can build a end-to-end weather temperature dashboard by using the real-time intelligence in Microsoft Fabric. So let me give you a recap. Here if you see what we did today we created event house, event stream. Then by using the 8 suburban localities from Bengaluru, so we pulled the data in event stream and we processed the data. Then by using the KQL database, we by using the KQL language, we run some queries and we built a real-time dashboard. So this is real time. So this is the flow. Here if you see, this is the flow and this is the dashboard. This is the dashboard. Okay. I hope you all like this video. Please like, share, comment this video. Please subscribe Next Gen Data Aspirants Community YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this video. We'll meet you in the another interesting video. Thank you all.